Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'll be ranking every London football club, except it's not actually every London club. It's the teams that were in the top, 5 divisions of England, based on the 23/24 season, so the one that's just finished. And how I'm going to work this out is basically, if you put these teams into a 17 team league, where do I think they would finish? Some of it's a bit historic as well, some of them I've given a bit of an historic push, and then some of them it's just based on right now. Yeah, let's get into it. 17th equal, we have Wealdstone and Dagenham and Redbridge. I believe both these teams were in the National League the past season. Yeah, if you look at that, they finished literally the exact same points, so not much to separate them. I think they would finish bottom if this was a league. Yeah, they were 15th and 16th in the National League compared to some of these other teams. They're not that great. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I guess 15th is, I don't know who that is. 15th is Barnet. Yeah, another team in the National League, but these guys finished second in the league, I believe. Um, yeah, I don't know why Bromley's there, but they did lose 4-0 to Solihull Moors in the semi-final of the playoffs. So, I mean, yeah, if we're going based on last game, they're not very good, but they did finish second in the National League, so you got to give them their props. 14th, Sutton United. Um, these guys finished 23rd in League Two, I believe, so not a very good season. They're going back down, but they'll be in the National League next year. But I think they're better than but Barnet. And I mean, they had a decent season, 42 points, finished 23rd, second to last. I think they'll bounce back. 13th, Bromley. So that's why Bromley was there. So Bromley finished third in the league, 5 points behind Barnet. But they beat Solihull Moors on penalties to get promoted to EFL League 2. So they will be in the professional divisions next season ahead of, obviously, Sutton and Barnet. So that's why they're here, I guess. I mean, they're riding a high. Surely they'll be better, more confident against those other teams in this hypothetical league. 12th, AFC Wimbledon. I mean, these guys are what, League Two? They finished 10th. Decent season, just above mid-table, not quite near the playoffs. Probably could have a playoff push next season, but yeah, I think they're better than all the teams behind it, but not the ones in front, if you get what I mean. 11th, Charlton Athletic. These guys finished 16th in what, League One? I guess League One. Just another mid-table season. To be honest, they'll probably be in League One for a couple more years, but they have got a decent young core coming through. Hopefully, they can push on, get promotion in the next couple of years back up to the Championship where they were for a while. 10th, Leyton Orient. These guys are what, 11th in League One, so what, 12 points higher than Charlton. So pretty good, I guess. These guys were in League Two not that long ago. But yeah, they're also pretty good club, I guess, and they're on the up right now. 9th, QPR. 18th in the Championship. Bit of a fall off, QPR. I reckon they're going to get relegated the next couple of years. They'll end up like Birmingham, where they've been in the Championship for so long, but they'll end up going back down before they have any real push of getting near the playoffs or back up to the Premier League. So yeah, not been very good the last 10 years since they were relegated from the Premier League. 8th, Millwall, another club that's been in the Championship for what feels like forever. They finished 13th. I feel like they basically are placed there every season. They've won their last 5 games, though. 59 points. I mean, it's not bad. It's just it's just why. Come on, guys. You gotta push a bit. You gotta take some risks. Because, you gotta go for the chance of playoffs, just knowing in the back of your mind that you might get relegated. Surely it must be pretty boring being a Millwall fan, just finishing sort of what, between, 9th and 18th every year, never close to relegation really, never close to playoffs. A bit like Crystal Palace in the Premier League, to be honest. Just like middle, to be honest. 7th, Brentford. Not a very good season for Brentford. I believe they finished 16th. Yeah, I think they might get relegated next year. Depends on who they bring in the summer and if some key players like Tonio and Buemo or Wissa leave. But yeah, Brentford aren't looking very good right now. But they might push on next year. You never know. 6th, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, ever since they got Oliver Glasner, they've been absolutely brilliant. Especially Mateta and Olise and Eze. Those guys have just been ridiculous. Crazy into the season. They'll probably push on next year. They might even push for Europe. You never know. Like I did just say they were mid, but well, like they have been. But they might push on next year because, well, they could if they keep going on this form. There's nothing stopping them. They thumped Aston Villa 5-0 on the last day, and Aston Villa got fourth. So you know, fifth Fulham. I don't know why Fulham is above Crystal Palace. I don't know. I just fancy Fulham to be a bit better over a 38 game season or whatever this is, even though they finished below them in the Premier League. But just trust my logic. I reckon Crystal Palace might drop points against some of the lower teams, whereas Fulham will be able to beat sort of everyone below them and will probably give a couple tough games to the teams above them. Whereas Palace, I feel, might lose to like Bromley or something just for like fun, they'll just play like the under 17s and get thumped like 4-1 or something. In this hypothetical league, that will never happen. 4th, West Ham. West Ham just sacked, mutually consent left David Moyes. They hired Lopetegui, but with the impending ban on Paqueta, you never know what could happen. But they're still pretty strong. Finished, 9th? And if Kudus can stay and Bowen and stuff can keep playing the level they have been the last couple of years, why couldn't they do 4th in this league? 3rd, Spurs. Terrible end to the season. I think they'll have a massive fall off the next year or two, and I think that they'll end up 7th or 8th for the next couple of years because they did kind of get lucky a bit this season due to the injuries faced by Brighton, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United, so on and so forth. All those teams didn't have great luck with injuries, so Spurs kind of got lucky to finishing 5th, and Chelsea only ended up 3 points behind them. So I mean, yeah, and small club mentality. 2nd, Chelsea. What a team. I wish I could put them first, but based on what we've seen the last 2 years, I just can't. But Chelsea's got a great young core. If they can bring in the right manager replacing Pochettino, then who knows what they could do. But hopefully the young core stays and the manager keeps playing them and doesn't do anything stupid and helps Chelsea get back to the Champions League next season. First, Arsenal. Yeah, you all guessed it. They literally came second. They might win the league next year or the year after when Man City finally get the charges and whatnot. But I mean, they're Arsenal. Of course, they would win this league. They literally won unbeaten against every top 6 club in the Premier League, and they're not going to lose to bloody Bromley or Millwall, are they? So yeah. Arsenal's going to win the league. I'm kind of annoyed by that. If this was 3 years ago, I would have put Chelsea there, but I can't anymore. So yeah, I'm kind of sad. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow my TikTok. Subscribe to both my other channels. Link in the description down below. And yeah, let me know who you would put in the table of this hypothetical London league. Goodbye.